Hello. So again in this video we'll see some lab questions for the certification. So the question here is you need to deploy two Azure virtual machines named VM this and this based on the Ubuntu server image, and deployment must meet that 99.95% SLA and must use the managed disk. So this is the ask. Let's go to the portal and see how we can achieve it. Yeah. So here you go. Yeah. So resource group and select the VM name here, and this is what the VM name is given. Since there is no any region, so let it be yes region for this. And what the SLA's agreement says on the microsite is if you deploy uh, two VMs or more than that in the same availability set, it will be 99.95%. So I'll just create the availability set and we'll make sure that both the VMs is getting into the same availability set. I'll let it be the both the values as is for now. Okay, and it's asking the Ubuntu server image, so let it be that, and change the password here. If you have public key, then let the public key, otherwise just go with the user ID and the password. Through that you can just log in it. Okay. Okay, and everything is fine. Let's move it to here, and if you see the ask here is to it should be the managed disk. So by default the premium the standard one has no any managed disk, so we'll go with the premium one. And either we can also select the STD, but we'll select the premium STD. And yep, so this meets that the ask where the ask is to get that 99.95%, which we got it through deploying the VM into the availability set, and get the managed disk. So we just selected the premium STD. So this marks the end of the ask. So again we'll create another VM and just will make sure that is going into the same uh, availability set. So I'm just creating another VM here. So yeah, select it, and like we did earlier, we'll do the same thing here. And here you go. Again, I'm just deploying two VMs into the same availability set so that we can get this SLA 99.95%. Okay, so the next lab question here is another administrator reported that the C is unable to configure a web app named this, and to prevent all connections, he is actually trying to prevent the connections from particular this IP, and C is unable to do that. We need to modify this application web app to successfully prevent the connections from the mentioned IP address. And of course the solution must minimize the cost. So here it is. I have the web app here, and what we'll do is as you can see, let's see that we can access it. So yes, I can access it before applying that rule. So uh, let me go back for a second. So yeah, as you can see, I'm able to access that endpoint, and definitely my IP address is currently it's able to access that endpoint. So I'll define that rule. So here, so find the networking under the settings, and under the here you will see that accessory section. So go to there, and what I'll do is add the rule. So yeah, just give the rule name, and yeah, just make it something meaningful so that if anybody can see that no. Yep, just give the priority so that it can the rules can be executed in order. So what, and here what we have to do is will we have to give this the IP address, But in my case, we got a different IP. So what I'll do is, I'll instead of this, we'll pick the my current IP machine so that I can show you uh, in the demo. So what is my IP? So this is my IP. So I just selected and just copied it. Just assume that in the real scenario you will get that IP whom you want to restrict it. So where it is. Yep, it's getting deployed now. So just wait for a second. Yeah, it's deployed now, and you can see the rule has been added, and the action is basically denying, and the priority is 200, whatever that we have given there. So it will, based upon the priority, the rules will be get executed and the request will be get filtered out. So here you go. Let me just refresh it. mm, it's trying to probably scarce. Let me just open the different window and try that. So here you go. I tried that in the different window, and as you can see that the request is getting forwarded. So let me show it again, that I'm just putting the right URL so that you can see it. Yeah, so we just applied that rule. This was asked basically that particular this mention IP should not be able to access that app. So this is how we can do that, and this marks the end of the ask. Okay, the next layer question is you need to allow RDP connections over TCP, which is the default port number, and but uh, the solution must prevent the connection from the internet over all the other TCP ports. So we have to actually, rather any specific port, we have to go with the protocol, the TCP protocol. There should not be any access from the TCP protocol. So what we have to do is go to the VM first, and the VM, go to the networking, and as you can see we have a network city group. So go to the inbound rules, and as we have already the RDP rules already there, so here we'll define the rule for the TCP one. So yeah, the internet over all other TCP ports, yes. So I'll move back, select the TCP, rather giving any specific port, just put it a star and deny it, and give the priority so that it can be executed in a order, and it will filtering the request if the connected device is trying to access with that protocol. Yeah, so just give some contextual details if you want to. So as you can see, I got the first rule to deny, check that TCP rules. Once it is passes, then the second rule, which is on 300, the RDP things, the rule will be allowed. So yep, this is what we need to do as part of the ask. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, leave your comments or any suggestion that you want to improve it here. Thank you.